SBR June 23. Let's have a hot review. I've been talking to my students today to understand what came up in their exam. Many commented on it being a time-pressured exam. Of course. Now, for the avoidance of any doubt, I haven't seen the exam, or should I say exams, because there's more than one version that has been sat. Some have described question 1 as being horrible, littered with deferred tax adjustments, and an innovative share-based payment question where options are being issued partly as purchase consideration because they're settling the rights of equity of employees who've got outstanding share options, but also partly to do with share options that are being granted in the future. Interesting. I read a LinkedIn article on that fairly recently. Other people talked about question 1 as having a scenario where there was a 90% holding and you sell 40%, so you're left with a 50%, and then having to comment on what that might mean in terms of presenting the accounts if you have lost control or potentially not lost control, how it impacts on the NCI. And there was a discussion around particular situations as to whether that gave control. Now, derivatives were also mentioned by some students. Interestingly, some were convinced it was a fair value hedge. Some was convinced it was a cash flow hedge. And as I say, I haven't seen the question or questions. They both could be right. And some of you had a question where there was an acquisition of a company and you had to explain whether that was a business combination or an asset acquisition. Revenue came up. Investment property came up, foreign exchange differences came up, lots of things came up. Bit of cash flow, some of you had a bit of cash flow. And in question 4, we had yet again an investor perspective on environmental reporting, how it would impact in the management commentary. And some even had questions which revolved around alternative performance measures. So what's the takeaway? No question spotting, because every question involves more than one accounting standard and is set in a very applied way. If you want help to pass SBR in the September exam, then I'm here to help you. It will be different. There's a new format to question 1. There's a new emphasis on investor focus. I have rewritten my course to reflect these changes. Get in touch if you want further support to help you pass SBR.